Students competed in the Envirothon competition in hopes to be the one school to represent Baltimore County in the state competition.
Envirothon provides probably the best application I can think of for STEM activities. It's science, technology, engineering, math. It all happens here. So they may be measuring slopes, identifying trees, identifying animals, learning about habitat, macroinvertebrates and fish. Tremendous number of hands-on activities. Activities that really is the real-life extension of what they're learning in the classroom.
It's not residual, so yeah, it's either orderly or
The students used helpful instruments like the clinometer and other tools that even professionals in the field utilize.
The clinometers that they use those for the forestry when they measure the height of trees, and they also use the clinometers in the soils measuring the different profiles.
Congratulations, Hereford High School, for being the winning Baltimore County team, and good luck as you advance to the state level competition. For BCPS News, I'm Breanne Richburg.
Imagine learning about gel electrophoresis and sickle cell anemia in elementary school. Well, students from Randallstown High School have been mentoring younger students from Halstead Academy and Pleasant Plains Elementary School about these puzzling topics. They took a field trip to the SciTech Lab in Baltimore City for a hands-on sickle cell experiment.
They've had this partnership going since the beginning of the year, and the goal is for the high school kids to introduce the elementary school kids some biotechnology, bioscience concepts.
I like working with the high school students because I wouldn't be able to do all of this on my own because I would be confused, and they actually help me do all of the stuff and things.
The lab provided students with different blood samples so that they could determine if any sickle cells were present.
That's first stop, and then second stop. You got it?
Today we're loading gel samples, and we have a sickle cell gel, a normal patient, and a patient who we have to find out if they have the disease or not. So we load the gels, and after running the gels, we'll be able to tell if the patient has sickle cell or not.
This hands-on experiment is helping to engage students and foster their interest in science.
Well, it's very important because it really exposes our children to real-world science. They're not just in the classroom. They're out from the confines of the building. They're working with biotechnology magnet students, which they could apply to eventually. And then they're working with experts in the field like Dr. Mary Stapleton and her staff down here at the Columbus Center.
And I like doing this because it's fun and I get to learn new stuff.
This partnership has allowed elementary and high school students to explore science together, broadening their horizons and filling their vocabulary bank with scientific terminology. For Around the County, I'm Abby Kasoris.
The 4th and 5th graders at Eastwood Elementary Magnet School were delighted with a visit from the National Aquarium in Baltimore.
Aqua Partners is a science and environmental education program for 4th and 5th grade students. It's interdisciplinary. We do science activities, but also do activities that connect to social studies, reading, English, and math. In the 4th grade, we start with a large group auditorium program that talks about how people are connected to the environment, focusing on watermen and the effect that they've had on the bay and the bay has had an effect on them. That's followed up with a hands-on discovery lab in which students will actually kind of see what it's like to be a waterman. In the 5th grade, we focus on habitats and ecosystems using the oysters as a model. And we follow that up with a scientific lab in which students make brackish water of a certain salinity. Basically water that would be good for healthy oysters to live in.
And the kids had no problems jumping into the depths of the program, handling aquatic life from the Chesapeake Bay.
It's an extremely hands-on approach, and well, as you can see from before, the kids are just absolutely enthralled with it. It's a really great learning experience.
We were testing to see to mix fresh water with salt water to make brackish water, and we were trying to find the best salinity for an oyster.
When I got to the oyster dredging station, I thought it was going to be pretty easy because I kind of saw what everybody else was doing. And when I started to lift it up, it was really heavy, and I had to use all my strength. And I lifted it up, I was like, ugh. And when I put it down, I kind of felt sore because it was so heavy.
Each 4th and 5th grader found their own reasons for loving Aqua Partners.
I like science because I really like animals, so I think it'd be cool to study about aquatic life.
I really liked all the hands-on activities because they were different and they were fun.
Aqua Partners tries to prepare these future stewards of the earth by showing them how their actions can connect to the quality of the Chesapeake Bay and to the ocean as a whole.
These type of activities are important for children because it really kind of brings what they're learning in their classroom to life.
I learned that the Chesapeake Bay is starting to get polluted and oysters and the blue crabs are starting to die, and some of these animals play a big role in keeping the environment clean.
Eastwood Elementary Magnet School doesn't waste any efforts in order to keep up with their green image.
Being a green school is really something to hang your hat on. It's prestigious, it shows a lot of hard work and dedication, and it's something that we're extremely proud of here at Eastwood.
Kids should care about their environment because they're part of the future, so if they learn to be caring about it now, then they'll get used to it and we'll have a better future for the world.
These students definitely understand now that their world is their oyster. For BCPS News, I'm Rachel Martinez.